Hey, what's up, everyone? I don't see who joined the stream. I'm I'm already in a trade. I look too tired. That's why my webcam is disabled. Um, but yeah, I'm already in this sale here on Nasdaq. Actually, I usually don't trade so early, but I just saw this nice setup. Overall, I'm more bullish than bearish. I'm looking for buys, but I want to take a sell into this zone here or into this zone. You see it reacted here in this FU candle. You see here the liquidity. That's where my zone started. I could have had a selling, but since I'm on futures, I don't do swing trades, just intraday. So now I anticipated like a break of this trend line and that it at least goes down here or down here. Best would be here, but I don't think that's going to happen today. So now I'm just in a low risk sell. Overall, for the week, I'm going to look for buys from either here or here, targeting a new all-time high. Also, we have interest rate decision this week, which is going to have a big effect. By the way, this is my very first live stream ever, so it's very new to me. Also, still have a sell limit here in case it wicks up. Now just hope for this candle here to close below this trend line and continue down. I'm going to move my stop loss to break even once we have broken this. And you can always ask questions in the chat. I have to do some other work. In the meantime, the real trading time is going to start at New York Stock Exchange Open, which is in 1 hour and 10 minutes. In case you can hear me, please write in the chat because I have no idea if it works or not. Guys, can you hear me? Please write in the chat. Perfect. Thanks. Thank you so much. How do I delete this? Also, today is Monday. I don't expect too much on a Monday. But let's see. Also, I can explain you maybe something about the strategy. Here I was not so sure about the setup, but the strategy is always the same. So I wait for, let's say I'm looking for shorts from this zone. I look for a break of structure to the downside, but then I don't wait for a mitigation like all the ICT traders. I wait for the high to be taken out again. So if we have a break of structure to the downside, I wait for it to take out the high again. Here would have been this FU candle entry, but I was not trading at this time anymore on Friday. And then here it's a little tricky because actually we already had this manipulation, so you can trade a breakout short. But usually it would be much better if once we broke this or this, that price comes up and takes out this high again or this, and then goes short. But it's always the same. It's very simple. Break a structure, take out the high that generated the break of structure, and then look for an engulfing or an FU candle or whatever. You can use different entry signals or methods. And this here is just an Apex evaluation since it's new to me to stream live. So I'm not going to risk any of my own money now. Yeah, I can speak, but right now I don't have much to say. Maybe I'm going to explain it one more time. So I'm not so early in a trade. I just saw the setup, and also it's just an Apex evaluation, so I wouldn't care if I blow it, but I actually want to pass it today. I made this on Friday. Um, I actually almost passed on Friday, but then I lost all my profits. I had to recover, and I didn't pass it the same day. I have like a little bit over 1K left that I have to make. I'm using very low risk now, and the setup is a simple trend line breakout. I had a little bit an early entry because I saw this FU candle. After it reacted in this higher time frame POI, which is from the 4 hour, and then in break of structure, it took liquidity again. So it was a valid setup, but it's very possible that it comes up all the way here or here. That's very possible. If New York Stock Exchange opens and it goes straight down, then I'm going to look for buys down here after it takes liquidity. Actually, here's also a zone, which I didn't see. It could have here. Or here. This is the 4 hour FU candle you can see here. So this would be like the perfect zone for a buy. Okay, see, we have our first real close below the trend line, so I hope it goes down now. This week on Wednesday, we have the FOMC meeting, and a lot of people are expecting an interest rate cut. At the same time, a lot of people expected this for a long time, and even though the interest rates were so high, Nasdaq, like all the indices were going up like crazy. I mean, you see it here. We had, of course, now we had first like break of structure on the higher time frame, but overall we're still very high. It went up so high, and I can imagine that, especially looking at this chart, that we maybe run up to this high this week, take this out, or go here. But then when the interest rate decision comes, it's very possible that it just straight up dumps because it was already priced in. Because it went up all the time, super bullish, even though the interest rates were high. It's going to be very interesting this week because this would be the first interest rate cut, I think, in 2 years or so. So someone is asking me about the TP. This would be the TP down here, 19298, but it's highly unlikely that it will straight up just dump down here. So as soon as we're here, I'm going to close one contract and I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. And then I will look for further entries up here because, as soon as the New York Stock Exchange opens, it's going to be very wild. The candles are going to be way, way bigger than these. I mean, it's struggling extremely to go down. Gabriel is here. I actually thought no one's going to join this stream anyways because I didn't announce it. So I just started it, but then some people joined, so now I'm here and I'm not going to stop it. But um, I have decided last week that I want to start streaming, and obviously I'm going to make it more professional. Today is just my very first try ever going live. I think I can also add some music and make an intro and do other stuff, but for now it's just sharing the chart here, and you can watch my trades. Also, guys, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my routine because there's a lot of traders, or at least they say that they get up, then they have a cold shower, then they go for a run, and then they meditate and all this stuff. And I think this is very beneficial, but I don't do this. I get up and I go straight to the charts. If I see something, I take it with low risk. That's it. But while I'm waiting, I'm doing some kind of routine, like it might sound ridiculous to you, but it helped me extremely. Like, I just make a list of all the things I'm grateful for in this moment. I make a list of all the things that I want to achieve. And then I just make a list of the goals that I set myself for today, for this week, for the month, for this year, and next year. And I repeat this every single day. Most of the time, it's the same things I'm grateful for, or the same things I want to achieve. But by repeating this and writing it down, it just, um, I think it really then stays in the brain. That's how you can manifest things, or how you can change some bad habits that you have. I think this is very important, but I'm not really the meditation type of guy. But it's also because of the time zone, because when I get up here, the market is already showtime. Also, I document all my trades, but I still have to document my trades from Friday. On Friday, I did this. I took a 1 minute entry here, which is kind of hard to document. I should have done it already. Um, closed in full here, and then you see this FU candle. So I took this as a PUI, and I bought again here. Then I took profit. Then I waited. Then in the range, I gave back a lot of profits. I was stupid. And then here I took this buy. This was beautiful. I had buy limits there. I have recorded this actually. Came down, wicked here, and I took the buy, and this was my TP. But I got fucked in the range on Friday, because I thought now it's gonna break out, now it's gonna go down. It didn't. It just ranged around, and then I gave back so much of my profits. What I want to say is, when you take so many trades that you cannot document them anymore, then it's definitely too many trades, and you should trade less. Also, guys, as you can see, I'm trading here directly in TradingView. I'm trading an Apex account. That's in TraderWeight. I think that's a broker. And for me, like this is so much better than CFDs because you never get stopped on futures. You never get stopped out with spread because it's not like futures is centralized. It's a real exchange, and the whole world can participate in this market. With CFDs, however, you have one broker which is like the owner of the casino, and then they make their own candles. Of course, they're very similar. They're not like other brokers, but still, it's like they have their own casino and they decide who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, and they always win. Obviously, on futures it's different. It's real buying and selling, and it's one market, and all brokers are just connected to the same exchange or the same market. And Apex has they always have this 80% sale. There's a link in the description where you can buy an evaluation for like this $100 challenge has cost me $27. It's so cheap. So I bought so many. I've passed two. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pass this one this week. And then you can connect them with a copy trader. The only thing about Apex is that you like on this account, this is a static account. It doesn't have trading drawdown, but I can maximum lose $600 on a 100K account. So it's ridiculously small, and you have to make 2K, but it's doable. So as soon as this hits, I'm gonna take a partial and I'm gonna remove this sell limit, and I'm gonna put my stop to break even. But that's just because it's before the New York Stock Exchange open. Because after this, it's gonna be wild. I don't like how slow it is. I have a new 1 hour candle about to open. When I look at this, I think it's very possible that it comes all the way back up here. Yeah, it is what it is. But as soon as this one, no, as long as this 1 hour candle closes below the trend line, I should be good for this move. It's so slow. And you know, being on stream obviously kind of affects me. It's going to affect my decision, so I have to get used to this. Usually I'm in and out much quicker. I'm just going to let this um, play out. And like, I hope we get some kind of move before the New York Stock Exchange open. If it stays here in this range uh, and it doesn't really move until the New York Stock Exchange open, I'm just going to close and look for an entry after the typical manipulation that happens when the New York Stock Exchange opens. Because this is so struggling so much, just going down here so much. And you know, especially when it ranges down, and sometimes it comes one candle and takes everything out. So I really don't like how fucking slow it is. You know, the only thing that I don't like about futures so far is that, for example, if I have now two contracts short, if I put my stop loss here, um, that's obviously no problem. But then let's say I take one partial here, then I'm only one contract short, but my stop loss stays, so it would actually close one position and open another buy, because you cannot hedge on futures. Like if I would open another sell now, then my average price would just go down here somewhere. It's not like on CFDs where you have where every position is separate and independent. All right, so this is now forming an FU candle. It doesn't mean it's going to close as an FU candle because we still have 3 minutes left, a little bit more. But there's no way I'm going to let this stop me out at a loss. So I'm going to delete the sell limit. I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. A stop loss on futures on a sell is simply a buy stop. So I have two contracts short and I have two buy stops. And if I want to have a TP, this would be like here, a buy limit. So just go ahead and open a buy limit. But as soon as it hits TP, I need to close one of these. Otherwise, I'm going to be long when it comes up here. So now I'm risk free. And here are my TPs, TP1, TP2. Oh, someone is asking in the chat, where's your Instagram page? I'm not sure if you saw, but I exposed some scammers, and one of the videos went crazy. I had so many views, and then someone paid to take down my Instagram. I knew this is going to happen. That's the risk that I took, or what I had to sacrifice to expose these guys. It was quite successful, to be honest. Um, and there's people that could reactivate my Instagram, but for now, I'm just like, I see this as a sign. You know, can be very exhausting. It's a big distraction, and yeah, I think can be very bad for the mental health. So I currently enjoy the time without Instagram. It's just unlike the fact that you can just pay someone at Meta and take down an account and destroy 10 years of work. That's just crazy. That's also why I never want to depend on a platform like Instagram because they can disable your account with the press of a button and you have no chance to contact them. They don't offer any support. Also, I moved my stop loss now above candle because this is like an FU candle. It just doesn't show as an FU candle because the wick to the downside is bigger than the wick to the upside. That's why I made a filter for this in the indicator. You see it here. That's this function check wick. This means if the rejection wick in the counter direction is bigger than the one in your favor, then it's not going to show. But if I disable this, it's going to show as an FU candle. I usually don't take these. You know what's funny? Just now, I received an email from Instagram. You are back on Instagram. Thanks for taking the time to request a review. We've reviewed your account and found that the activity on it does follow our guidelines. You know what's funny? They didn't even give me a chance to make an appeal. They just instantly took it down permanently. And when I log in now, it's still gone. No, actually, I have my account back. I can't believe it. What the fuck? I just got my account back. Do I want this? Do I really want this? Wow. I think I'm going to delete the app anyways. You know, I think Instagram, having Instagram as a trader can be so toxic because you compare yourself all the time with other traders on Instagram that obviously only show the good stuff. And so many times I saw someone making like much more money in the same trade. Like I took the same trade that this guy took, but independently, and then I thought, oh, he made so much more money. So on the next trade, I'm going to use more risk, and that's what I did. And then, yeah, you know what happens if you do this? Just very toxic. All right, in 11 minutes, we have the New York Stock Exchange open. I don't have a lot of hope with this trade. It's just simply too slow. But stay on the stream. You're going to see once the New York Stock Exchange opens, it's going to be wild, and you're going to be ready. And for the ones that just joined my plan, overall for this week, I'm bullish on. Um, I want to buy from this zone or here. That's a small zone. This would be my optimal zone for buys. But since we're now pretty overextended and we reacted in this POI, we had a fake break of structure, we had several liquidity grabs. It's valid to take shorts, but with small targets. Overall, I'm more bullish than bearish. And it's very possible that now with the New York Stock Exchange open, the price is going to come up to one of these liquidity levels and go short from here. Everyone in the chat, let me know if you're in any trade. Okay, Shalef says he's also in the trade. Yeah, I'm just very impatient, to be honest. Impatient. I don't like when it's so slow. Like we actually we didn't really move. I'm just gonna close one partial, so I took at least something because I feel like it's gonna stop me out anyway. So I'm gonna make. If you want to take a partial on a sell on futures, you have to make a buy. So I'm gonna buy. No, it didn't execute. Now I'm gonna buy. Now obviously have to. I deleted the other buy stop. All right. I'm gonna move my TP a little down. So I'm risk free. I took partials, but it's just very slow. Yeah, someone said that the hourly looks like it wants to go lower, and I see it the same way. Is this the open? Yeah, that's the New York Stock Exchange open. Here we are. Now I obviously regret that I took a partial so early. Obviously. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, we definitely have more room to the downside, but it could also just pull back up. I don't trust these candles. I'm gonna stay on the 5 minute now. Now that we have volume, boom, TP hit. But it's still good to go. It could still go lower. Yeah, that's like the typical thing. This always happens to me. I get impatient. I get scared. Like usually, I get it right, the direction and the entry, but then I'm not patient enough to hold it. So now I have to document this trade. I'm gonna make this actually later, but I just have to take the screenshot. If we get a close below this level, it should go much lower. It should go all the way back down here, most likely. For buys, I'm just watching these liquidity levels, these wicks. Jesus, why am I not in this trade anymore? So sad. Let's see if it hits the final TP here. Obviously, now we took this liquidity. Here we have a big fair value gap, so it could react here in the zone too. But looking at the higher time frame, I think we should wait for it to go at least down here, if not lower. So if I want to look for longs now, I usually wait for a new 1 hour candle to open, because the big moves usually always happen in a new 1 hour or 4 hour candle. So how much time do we have left for the 4 hour candle? Okay, yeah, this lines up perfectly. So I want to see this now form the wick, and then we have the new 4 hour candle open, which obviously lines up with the 1 hour candle open. And I'm gonna look for longs. And you know what? To prevent myself from doing stupid stuff before the new 1 hour candle opens, I'm gonna be off the charts for 15 minutes now. I have to get some stuff done. Then I'll be back at around EST. It's gonna be 9:55 exactly. Then I'm gonna look for a long. See you in a bit. All right, I'm back. When I look at this, I think I could go instantly short. No, it's a little late because it's going to fill the wick. From here to here, it's a possibility. Or if this FU candle fails, which is very possible too, they have like a fail rate of almost 70%. So you need to use them like in combination with a lot of other confluences. It's possible that this FU candle fails, so price would flip and could go long here. I'm not going to take longs before the new 1 hour, like 5 minutes before. Here on the 2 minute, we would have one. Here, imagine here, you got a long signal here, you got a long signal, but just I have to stick to my rules. So this one has to flip. So I think this year is going to be a smart money trap. I don't think we are going to see a continuation from here. Maybe it's going to take out this high and then go short. That's possible. But it's also possible that it just takes out the high, takes out liquidity to the downside, then goes long, or that we instantly break out to the upside. Very possible. I'm going to give it several tries. If this closes as a bullish FU, I'm going to enter with two contracts, and I'm going to enter with two more if it pulls back. But I need to be fucking patient. Maybe I'm going to small. I'm going to use the 2 minute now for this. But let's see what happens. I hope the candle is not going to be too big because I don't want to have such a big stop loss and a bad risk reward ratio. But I never take trades before the candle closes. So all right, I'm entering two contracts long. I'm gonna put my stop loss here, right below the candle. And it's very possible that it goes short from here because we took now out this liquidity, and usually for buys it has to take out liquidity to the downside. So very possible that I'm the liquidity here now. If this happens, I can still take a long from here, or maybe it just works out. So my TP is going to be up here, sell it. But I always take partials. I don't like losses. And in 3 minutes, the new 1 hour candle is going to open. So let's see how this looks. Yeah, the rejection here is much bigger than to the upside. But it's very possible that we fill at least some of the wick and go maybe down here. I'm going to mark this up. Two. But extremely strong rejection. So it basically reacted here in this. That's no fair value gap on this time frame, but on the 15 minute, this is a fair value gap. Here it reacted here. I wanted it to go lower, but it's valid because it took out this wick, which is liquidity. So now let's see. To be honest, I think this is going to be a loss because of this big wick. Let's see. I have another buy limit here in case it wicks down. It should have been here actually. That's my best entry model. When I have an FU candle, I wait for the next candle to form a wick, then I have a buy limit below the wick. Okay, I got filled. And the new 1 hour candle has just opened. I have to watch this level here. I'm gonna take one partial here once it breaks this. Yeah, now I'm gonna get stopped out. I'm out. But I'm still looking for longs. This is another FU candle. If it closes an FU candle, I'm going to take it again. But you see, that's what I said, that it once it takes out this high here, that it's possible that it wakes down and takes out some kind of low. Too bad I got literally stopped out for a paper or so, and then it ran the classic, the absolute classic. But I have to be patient. I'm about to buy. And one, two. Man, am I gonna have a second loss or what? This doesn't look as if it's going to go low. If this hits stop loss, I'm not going to take any more trades. Then I'm going to be pissed off. It'd be two failed breakout. No, I'm in a horrible entry. Yeah, see, I should have added another buy here, but I didn't have the balls. I was pretty sure I'm going to lose this trade. But now it looks perfect. Looks like it's going to explode very soon to the upside. I hope so. Like my plan usually is that I have like two contracts at the close of the FU candle, and then I have another two below the wick of the following candle, which would have been perfect. But because this candle is pretty big, I didn't want to risk so much, so I should have had only one buy here and two here. But yeah, it is what it is. I didn't want to miss the move. Man, it stays so slow. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna add one more, even though I think I'm gonna get stopped. It just lowered my price a little bit and increased my risk, obviously. Oh no, that's wrong. Yeah, guys, that's it. I got stopped out 2 times now. I had one win, 2 losses. I'm done for the day. And guess what happens now? It's probably gonna shoot up, but it is what it is. This was it for the first stream. Um, I'm tired already. I'm gonna make probably another stream tomorrow, and hopefully with better trades. So today was actually not profitable. The first trade was amazing. I think it would you could have caught how many R's? Well, 2 point something, but then you lost 2 R's. So today was not profitable. Sorry, it happens, and usually this happens on Mondays. Mondays and Fridays are usually my worst trading days, but I just wanted to give it a try with the stream. You see, there would have been so many traps, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 traps. I only got trapped 2 times, so that's all right. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining. See you in the next stream. I'm gonna do this regularly now, and you can obviously keep trading, but I'm done for the day. I'm pissed off. See you the next time, guys. Bye bye.